Okay, so we're just gonna play some catch here, warm up. We're just focusing on staying behind the ball, getting that true backspin, trying to hit a guy in the chest. Just nice and easy, making sure everything is going that way. And the big focus is on catch play, because if you can't play catch, you can't do a whole lot of anything else. So we're just basically making sure, right, we're stepping with our opposite leg. Football comes up from behind us, right, holding that scap. Get a guy in the chest, working through our throw, making sure we're backspinning the ball, working through our throw. Good, good. How long? Oh my god, this family. Okay.
Filming.
Now we're just going into some ground ball stuff. We're gonna go bare hand, and we're on our knees to isolate the upper half. We're basically just working, getting over the top, keeping our head down. One way you can do this is I've seen coaches put their hats under their chin, right? Making sure they see the ball, working head down. And we're just isolating the upper half, working through the ball. So simple ground balls here. We're gonna roll it. He's gonna pick it there. We're gonna do a couple just straight up. Just making sure we're isolating that upper half, right? Working through it on the short hop. Good. Good. Yeah.
Oh my god, cut it.
Delete that part. Okay, same thing, we're no glove. We're just isolating the upper half, so we're turning, working on the forehand here. So same thing, short hop, right? Just picking up the forehand. Still making sure we're staying over the ball, seeing it into the hand, right? Working through it. Nice and easy. Yeah. Keeping the head down. Keep the hands firm, because you want to feel the ball, but you want to be soft with it so you don't lose it. You don't want to be squeezing it. A couple more here. There it is. Yeah. Stone hands. Woo! So next we're working on the backhand, same thing. You want to see it, right? We're working thumb down, working up through it. We're just flipping to the backhand now. This one's a little tougher for most, yeah. Just trying to get it in the pocket, backhand, working the head down. Getting over the top, seeing it. Working up and through the ball. Same thing, just working on the backhand, nice and soft. Trying to get it right in the palm there. Working up and through it. On a short hop, short hop. Get that nice lean, right? Posture over. Get the chest head over the ball. 4 or 5 straight up, and then flip. 4 or 5 forehand, 4 or 5 backhand.
Make sure to allocate it.
In the hand. You actually want to funnel. Okay, you good, Mom? Okay. Have you been filming this whole time? Okay. Are you filming right now? Okay, so we're doing the same thing here, except with our gloves. Same thing, you're working through the ball, just isolating the upper half, and just have our gloves on this time. Yep. Making sure it stays down, getting the top hand on top, right? Working through. Firm but soft hands, right? See it, keep the head down, posture up. Go a couple more. Straight on. One more. You're gonna flip. We're gonna go forehand. So same thing. One up, maybe two. Just forehand. Just working through it. Keeping the head down, right? Trying to get it in the pocket. Working through it. Head down. Trying to feel that slightly out in front of the body. One more here. And we'll switch and go to the backhand. Alright, we're gonna go to the backhand, same thing, just working ground up, trying to work through it, get it out in front of the body, soft, get it in the pocket. Backhand, working ground up. Nice, working, get it out in front. Ground up, because it's easier to work from the ground up than from up to down. Just pick it in, yeah, good. One more. One more. Good. Are we good? So we're just same thing. We're working on ground balls still, right? We're gonna be in this nice base, feet just outside of shoulder width apart. We're still isolating the upper half, but now we're standing. We're just gonna roll it back and forth. You can feel it out in front, right? Get down, see the ball. Working through it, right? Nice and easy, same thing, work ground up. Up front, firm with it, nice and easy, pocket. And we're gonna switch here to forehand. So same thing, he's gonna be in the forehand, just working through it, right? Picks, get it out in front, working in front of the ground up. And we'll go to backhand, so same thing. Just isolating the upper half still. Yeah, working ground up. We'll swipe at it. Soft, will come, right? Pick, nice. And one more. And we're gonna go back to straight up. This time we're just getting the feet involved, so we want to feel that, right, slightly in front of our, if you're right-handed, your left foot, and it's kind of like you're pressing the gas, right? So we're working through this way, we're transferring right about our stomach, so we're funneling ground balls here so we can set our feet and make a throw. Here we go. Good. We're gonna throw it, you can like roll it back. Working our footwork now. Balls are straight ahead of us. It's nice and easy. Good. Right, get into that throwing position. Keep it nice and simple. Right, we're always thinking, feel it up front. So same thing, now we're gonna go forehand. Same thing, so we're kind of getting around the ball on this one, but same concept as straight on, right? Get around it, right, to the feet. Feel it just out in front. Keeping your momentum towards where you're going. Always transferring somewhere around your midline. Then we'll go back in. Something a little different. But same concept, right? You're gonna start, right, feet about shoulder width apart, and it's just, you're on the back, you got your weight on your back foot. Same thing, right? You're pressing the gas with the right foot, you're working up and through, coming through, working through your target. Staying down. Oh, I got one.
Mom filming the ball.
Yeah. So just keeping it nice and simple, right? Backhand, and one more. What were you filming there, Tim? Okay, so we're gonna go over some catcher's drills here, right? Same thing, sort of as the infield, we're just isolating the upper half. So we're gonna get into the knees, right? Sink into the hips. And we're just gonna toss it back and forth. We're really working thumb down, right? Strong wrist, strong forearm. Just flips, making sure we're working underneath the ball. Just nice and easy. One more couple there, right? Working it around. Always making sure thumb underneath, right? Trying to catch it in that web. Strong hands, stiff wrists, nice and easy. A couple more here. And one more. Yeah, see it? You can obviously tell by watching that who's the catcher and who's not, can't you, Mom? Okay, so I'm gonna go over some catching drills. Being a catcher, this is something that we go through a lot. Just simple blocking drills. So we're gonna go through a blocking progression. The first one, we're just gonna, just be here, just letting it hit us. Go ahead. Right, keeping the chin tucked. Cover the 5-hole. Keep it out front. Nice and easy. Nice base, stay over the top. So we're rounding the shoulders over the top so the ball stays down in front of us. And just simple. Yeah. So that's the first one we're gonna go through. So that's the first progression. The second one is the same thing. You're gonna be down on your knees, we're just letting it hit you. Except this time you're just working the glove, getting down into that hole between your legs, making sure you cover that 5-hole. Same thing, cut the chin, keep the head over the top. You can bounce it. Okay, not like that. Oh my god. Pause the video. Knees, right? Just keeping it in front, right? Working down, getting over the top of it. You're trying to catch it with your belly button. I know first time catchers it's a little scary, but if you catch it with your belly button, that's why you have all these pads on. It'll sit right in front of you. Nice and easy, one more. So that's the second progression of our blocking series. The next one is we're gonna go glove down. And this time we're working the legs, so glove down, you're up in your stance and you're just sinking into it, right? Still same thing, getting over the top, tucking the chin, trying to catch it with your belly button. There we go. Making sure your throwing hand is out of the way. Nice and simple. And one more. And good. So that's the third progression of the blocking series. The next one is we're going into almost like a full block. So we're up in our stance, right? Secondary stance, catcher stance. Here we are, glove, body, same time, same thing, staying over, catch it with your belly button. Main job is to keep it in front with the block. Nice and simple. Head down. Keep it in front. Catch it. And one more. And
Back control.
okay, so now we're gonna do some outfield stuff. So we're basically just gonna have him face away from us. So if I'm throwing the ball this way, he's facing towards the wall. So same way I'm facing. I'm gonna say ball, I'm gonna throw it up. He's gonna turn around, he's gonna find it. And our goal is to try to catch it above our head, right? As an outfielder, we're trying to catch it above our head. Give us a chance to make a throw. Gives us time also above the head. If you do bobble it or something, you can try to catch it below your head, but we're trying to catch it above our eyes, right? See it. Nice and simple. Here we go. First one. We'll go ball. Throw it up. Come get it. Good. Two hands. Make sure we're squeezing that bad boy. Ball. Good. Nice and simple. Ball. Good. Two more here. Ball. Easy. This also just works on tracking the ball, right? Seeing it off the bat. You're not seeing it until you turn around. Kind of mimics trying to see it off a bat, right? Maybe when it's sunny out, whatever, it just helps with tracking. One more, ball. Nice and easy, get on here at camp, nice, good. Okay, so we're going over another outfield drill. So he's gonna be to the right of me, and he's just running straight back, right? So this is mimicking a ball that gets hit over an outfielder's head, where you have to run this way, and you might have to track it back over your shoulder, or maybe it's hit over your head and you just have to go out and get it. So we're just gonna be right here, we're gonna go, he's gonna go, we're gonna say ball, we're gonna throw it, make the catch, nice and easy, right that. So that one, right, underthrown, right, you gotta come back, you gotta find it, right, we're still trying to catch it above our shoulder, so we can, right, get a transfer, make a throw maybe, do all that stuff. We're gonna go get here, go, same thing, ball, oh shit, one more here, go, ball. So that's how you do it, right, get up, get under it, find it, catch, get the out, right? That's the biggest thing in the outfield is get the out, right? Focus on the throw later, because if you drop it, then because you're too worried about the throw, nothing else matters. So we're gonna do the same thing, except you can go on the other side, and it's same thing, except now this way, right? Balls are gonna be coming over his right arm as a right-hander, as a lefty, same thing, catching it on the back end, but same thing, ready to go, ball. Trying always, if possible, right, to get under it, see it, catch it over the shoulder, get in a position to make a throw, but if you can, just go make the catch. Go. Ball. I knew that was gonna get that one. Cut that one out. Hospital pass. No, we just gotta back up. You're gonna go in my room. Ready, go. Ball. So just nice and simple, right? Trying to catch it whatever way it takes you. Just be an athlete out in the outfield. That's all it is. And go make a play. One more here. Ready, go. Ball. Good.
As you can see, he had adjusted from the start to the light in this situation.
You can stop filming.
What the hell?
Okay. We're gonna do another outfield drill, kind of a progression off of the last one. So he's gonna be facing me. He's gonna backpedal. I'm gonna point towards a corner, and he's just working on, right, flipping the hips, getting into that 45 so he can go run after a ball, let's say like in the gap or something. I'm gonna say ball, I'm gonna throw it, right? You might have to do what we were doing in that last drill, go make an over the head catch sort of, or track it like we were doing in that first drill, find it, track it, catch it over the head. Here we go, back pedal, go, ball. Nice, easy. That's basically what we're doing here. So again, simulating a ball in a gap, right, where you're gonna have to flip your hips, get into that 45 degree, right, so you can go sprint after a ball in the gap that's hit maybe over your head, or maybe so you can get depth on a ball so it's easier to come in and catch it. Go. Ball. Good. Good. Nice catch. Good rep. Good rep. Good rep. Couple more here. Go. Ball. Nice and simple, right? Getting into that, making sure we can flip our hips, right? Get into that 45 degrees so we can sprint, right? Because if we're backpedaling and you continue to backpedal, balls hit over your head, it's hard to backpedal back on something. It's much easier to come in. So if you can flip your hips, get into that sprint, right? You're behind the ball, come in, make the catch going in. It's just gonna help you, right? Stay behind the ball, right? And when you catch it, go through, make a throw to a cut, to a base, whatever. One more, hey, ready to go. Ball. So now we're looking here at some pitching, and we're looking at it from straight on. We're basically looking for a couple things, right? How does hands separate? How does his leg come up? All this stuff. Where does he come to a balance point? And this is stuff that we talk about all the time, right? We want to be super consistent in all the stuff we're doing, and he's just working on some pitches here, so glove indication right there's a curveball. We're just noticing how consistent can everything be, right? So the leg comes up, that's what we're looking for. And we're looking for a lot of just little things here. And all the suggestions we're making aren't something that you have to put in play. Like, that's not something I ever tell my pitchers to do. It's just something that you want to give them feedback. So now we're looking at a fastball here. So the first couple pitches were a curveball. Now we're looking at a fastball. We're seeing if, right, the knee comes up to the same spot, dropping off that back leg, pushing out, right, getting over that front foot. We're just making sure all this stuff is super consistent every single time he goes to throw a pitch. And that's the view from the front. Now we got the view from behind, similar things, right? We're looking for direction more with this from behind. You can also see pitch movement with this, so it kind of allows our pitchers to see like what their pitches are actually doing, because a lot of the times they don't always see it. Same thing here. We're just making sure directionally he's good, working towards the plate, right? That leg's coming up. He's pushing off that backside. We're not putting, a whole lot of strain on the elbow, right? So we're getting on top, we're getting out front. One thing that I've mentioned with him is we'd like to see a little more explosion off the backside and a little more on the finish, hold that follow through. We just think he would probably pick up a couple miles an hour and stuff. So the first couple pitches were fastball. Now he's throwing a curveball. And again, we're looking for the same thing, right? As in the side video, how consistent is everything, right? Does everything move sort of the same way? And then from the back, you can actually see how pitches like the curveball move. Once again, here's just more video of him from behind. Same thing. We're just making sure, right, posturally, he's in a good position, that everything is just super consistent, right? That's the big thing that we want as a coach and our pitchers, is we want them to be super consistent in their mechanics, because the better they can be in that, the easier it'll be for them when something's off, when they're struggling to go out there and talk to them about it. And every guy's different, right? So like him, we always talk about, right, pushing off the backside, all this stuff, whereas other guys might not need that, right, that sort of same coaching. Every pitcher is different, and you got to kind of see like what they're doing. But I like videoing from a couple different angles, because it allows them to basically see like a 3D version of themselves after they're done pitching, so they can watch themselves throw, and we can talk about the stuff that I think they need to do, the stuff that they felt, the stuff that they think they need to do, and then we can work towards implementing that into a process, right, into a practice plan, right? Does a guy need to, strengthen his legs? Does a guy need to do towel drills to get that snap and follow through? Does a guy need to just, work on that, getting up into that power position, right before he's about to throw in that foot strike? Does he need to work on grips or movement from what we see from video from behind? Does he need to just work on, repetitively, continuing to do his mechanics? And I think video is a good thing to help our guys, especially if you go through it with them as a coach, and you just explain like what you see. And obviously the more knowledge you can have on this stuff, the better. So just a couple more videos, him from here throwing behind, right? So we're still looking at where that foot lands and all that good stuff with pitching. So now we got some hitting going on here, right? So we're just hitting off a tee. The reason why the L screen is placed in the middle of the screen like that is basically we're just working on direction, right? So if a pitch is on the outside part of the plate, obviously as a right-handed hitter, you want to hit it to right field. So you hit it to the right of the screen if the pitch is in, middle, right? It all depends on where you're hitting. And that screen just gives you a visualization of, you know, where ball should be going. I think it helps hitters to see like actually where like they are going, the direction of the ball, all that stuff, especially in relationship to the tee. Another thing we work on is we like to go into this pause, which you can see there. There's slight pause right before the swing starts. Just make sure that like your foot's down, you're in a balanced position, right? You're ready to in that power position, right, where the hands are loaded back, the foot's down. You're ready to rotate the hips and start that swing. And it keeps you in balance, in the right posture to swing, and just makes it simple. So another thing with like video that we like to do for our hitters too is I think it just also gives them something to look at, right? Because most of the time when you're hitting, you don't directly see what you're doing. So when we video it from behind, you can see ball flight, you can see all the little things in your swing that you may not be able to feel. So after doing tee work, we'll go into front toss stuff, filming here kind of from the side, and we're just looking for where the foot lands. You can see he's a little off balance on that one, right? Stepping across the plate. We want to make sure we're in that good balance position when we finish our swing. So from taking video from this angle, right, you can see, right, where the load is, where the hands go, right? This is just the first round. That one kind of rolled over, right? Watch the top hand. We're looking at the bat path. If you can pick up the ball, right, it's something that we're trying to keep in mind, right? So we're trying to make sure that everything's flowing. You can see that when he rolled over pretty bad. And a lot of this balance isn't there. So something that we definitely talk about after this round of front toss, right? So you can kind of see the back knee collapse, not a whole lot of rotation on that round. And then we'll go into second round here. We always do multiple rounds of BP, right? Or front toss, whatever it is. Just so first round's kind of a warm up, right? Almost like you're trying to feel it out, try to be good, like try to do what you need to do, right? Sometimes we'll go gap to gap. Sometimes we'll do situational stuff. So hit and runs, get them over, score them. Our second round, we're focusing on finding barrels, right? So second round was a little bit better there. And then our third round will be, right, more like a feel-good round. So we're trying to catch barrels, right, find gap to gap. It's a better swing. Here in this third round, right, a little more balanced. Looks like he caught barrel a little bit better on that swing. We're still looking at, we just missed that one, just underneath that one. So you can see, right, and then he's like leaning out on the front foot. So another thing that we would cue is stay back, stay over the backside, right? You're rotating on over that back hip. We're not lunging into that front side, right? So again, there you can see a little off balance, leaning over the plate. We want to be in a little bit better posture, and it'll help us stay middle, stay nice and fluid up the middle, right? Because that's where we're trying to go with the ball most of the time, especially in this last round. That's pretty good, right? Rolled over on the front ankle just a little bit, so that's something that we'll look at. And then this is just a different day, another round, right? So we're filming from a little bit more of a side angle. This helps us see like what the hips are doing, what the chest is doing, right? Where the hands are, where the feet are still, right? Because that's a big thing that we want to look at is where the stride is, where his feet are landing, how the hips are rotating, how the back leg's rotating, right? So stuff we'll take into consideration when talking about this stuff with him, right? So sometimes you can see his load gets kind of long and loopy, right? So the hands, that was a pretty good swing right there. But there's a couple of them where, right, he's kind of out on that front foot and the arms kind of get reached back and they get long. So just trying to be short to the ball there, that's better swing. So this round looked really good. And just a couple talking things that we'll go over with him, right? But overall, I like those last couple swings. And that'll be basically our BP rounds. It'll be, you know, situational stuff, maybe gap-to-gap rounds, maybe one or two, and then like a feel-good crush round. And we're just looking for simplicity, like, right, in batting practice. We're not looking for too much. So even on that take there, right, you can see he's out over the front side, right? He's closing himself off. That's another big thing we look for is how do you take pitches too? Because obviously your swing can look really good at times, but like taking pitches, right, sometimes reveals some of those flaws that we have. But overall, pretty decent on those couple. So we're just working on simple stuff here.